Robert? Can you hear me okay? Let me know
Yes.
when everything's all connected on your side.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
were you able to get everything fixed?
Yeah, they gave us a new router.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, it was an old one that they don't use anymore. So um
Oh, okay.
and
Interesting.
everything seems to be working good now. You're not glitching out, so that's a good sign.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Oh, yeah, so it was just kind of some outdated hardware, sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just
Aw, well, I'm glad that that was able to all get fixed. So they had to actually come in person to change some stuff. So
yeah.
yeah. Well, I was thinking about you this week too, and just kind of where you're at with everything. I was going to ask, did you build a profile on Bodalgo?
No, what is that?
It's a site that I would recommend checking out. Um, One thing is if you don't have like professional sounding projects on your account, they will remove you. Like they'll close your account. But I do think it's definitely worth signing up for. So let me just post in the chat the website because it's a little
Okay.
funky of a name, I know. um, so they are a little bit strict. Like they'll check your profile, and it has to be um, like a very professional sounding um, reel and everything that you post on there. But I definitely think it's one of the better ones. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I would check out that page as well.
Is it free to use or
Yeah,
Fiji?
it's um, yeah. I would say but I'll go like I would say too, it treats voice actors better than other sites. um,
Okay.
so yeah, it's entirely free for clients looking to hire voice talent. For voice actors, um, you can build your basic non-auditioning profile for free, but then not all, but some. Like if you find things that you want to audition for, then you might have to sign up. So you can do some things on there for free. Like I would definitely build the profile and like check things out, but it's very like transparent. Um, and like for something like voices, they're charging you 500 a year plus they're taking a commission over and over again, which is a lot. But they also have like a free tool called like Bodalgo Call. Um, so then you can do like remote directed recording sessions through the website, which is great. Um, so it's pretty straightforward, and ultimately it's going to be a lot less expensive um, than other ones. And
Okay.
also like they're very strict about like no AI projects. Like they're
Okay, good.
pretty intense about like vetting all of the stuff. So I definitely think it's a better option.
Okay.
So yeah, you can build your profile for free and like take a look and see if it's something that you want to do. Um,
Yeah.
so I think they do like have fees, but it's going to be less expensive than a lot of the others. and then they also don't take a commission. So you can have like the basic free account, so you can be like in the database, clients can contact you directly. You just can't access like their casting system to audition for like posted jobs, but you could be invited to audition still. um, Kind of like how on Voice 123 that works. But it's not as expensive. So like to have full access to everything, I think is like, it is a European company, so I think they charge in euros, but I think it's like 350 a year. So it's like it's, but then they don't do the commission on top of that like other
Okay.
websites. So that's one of the things that's nice about it, is it's not like double charging you, which I've always
Yeah.
thought was really rude
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's one that I definitely would check out, and you can start by building the free profile first.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely
So yeah,
check that out.
yeah.
Create a.
Um, so yeah, you'll get like if you have a good profile built up, you'll get some people will just contact you and invite you to audition for their projects. Kind of like Voice 123, you'll get access to certain things, but you won't get access to everything,
So,
unless it's paid. But to me, I'm like, if you get, one paid job, it could potentially cover the cost of the website for the year.
yeah.
So,
So I could do like my reels and some of the other things that I've auditioned for, some of my other recordings, and
hmm
just
yeah, and build up a profile that's free. See if you get some traction on there. Audition for the things that you've got access to with that free account, and then if you feel like you do well on it, then you could upgrade to the paid membership. But yeah, I appreciate that they don't double cut, so they don't like charge you to be there and then also charge you a commission for every job on top of that, which I've always been like, that's kind of skeezy of you.
yeah.
So yeah. And then also like other websites, you would need to have like oh, what's it called? It's the recording software that it's like you have to have this particular. Uh, so Bidalgo just has their own, so you can just use it on their website. You don't have to like buy the software yourself and pay the monthly
Okay.
fee to have access to it, where you can do the live directed sessions. You can just do that within Bidalgo. Why am I forgetting? It's in Pro Tools, but it's a like tool you have to buy on top of it, so you can do those live remote directed sessions. And it's like $20 a month, so it's kind of expensive to do. I mean, it's a tax write off, so it's like, and you can just buy it for like the 1 month or whatever if you get a job that needs that. And if you're working, full time doing it, I feel like you could need that all the time, like as a regular thing, but it kind of depends on what projects you get. Um, but yeah, that's a nice feature that they kind of have a built in version of their own. So
Okay.
yeah. I personally don't like that they don't charge clients to be on there. They charge you, the voice actor, to be on there,
Oh
but
yeah.
eh. Oy, I'm like, shouldn't the people hiring us be paying it for that?
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay then.
Um, so you said that just as long as you have recordings up there, your account will remain active.
So they're gonna check your account. You have to have like professional sounding recordings. If you have like, mediocre amateur recordings, they're gonna delete you. So make sure that you put recordings that sound like fully edited and everything on there, because they will be pretty strict about that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend just building your account, just kind of check out the site, and then you might start getting invited to audition for things. And, if you get some good leads and you end up liking it, then I think it's definitely one that would be worth um, being a member of. And you'll get quite a few, job opportunities on there, and it is less expensive than some of the others too. So, and
Okay.
plus it always just vexes still currently. Why do I say vexed? It's always vexed me when sites double charge you. Like they're like, we're charging you for a membership, like, five, 600 a year plus a commission on top of that. So rude. So,
So my reels, that would be professional quality enough for that, would you
oh
say?
yeah, yeah. So they're gonna vet it. So just make sure that whatever you put on there is putting your best face forward, because they will go through and check, and if they find that they're like, you don't seem quite like professional, then they'll delete it. So just make sure, when you build the profile and you write your bio and everything, that it sounds really polished and professional.
Okay.
And don't put on there like, I'm a total beginner.
Yeah,
Like be pretty serious.
I am a
Write it
professional
like a
voice actor.
professional resume kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that was one that I definitely wanted to point you in the direction of, just because they're a better one for like how they treat voice actors and like their stance on no AI casting calls and things like that. And
Yeah.
they're pretty like they want it to be like native speakers, that kind of thing. So they try to keep it very professional, and they treat their voice actors well. So I think that's nice. So I think it's definitely worth doing, and you'll get more opportunities than like, um, I mean, like there are some really good things about Backstage.com, but like it's you're not gonna get, I feel like, as many voiceover auditions, right? So like it costs
Yeah.
less, but like Bodalgo is like exclusively voice acting auditions. Um, Casting.com, I think, has like I don't know if they still have it, but they were doing a thing where it's like free for 6 months to be on there. So I would check that out as well. Casting.com. So there's like a big movement in just the acting world right now for casting sites to stop charging everyone so much. It's like kind of a backlash against casting networks was going to start charging agents a bunch of money to be on the site, and they already charged the actors a bunch of money to be on the site. So the agents pushed back and were like, that's cool, we just won't be on your site anymore. And so they all like started leaving, and then they were like, oh, okay, we won't charge you, stay. And then the agents were like, yeah, no, that was kind of not cool. So they're like leaving anyway as a statement. And
Yeah.
then now there's like a big movement in the industry for like actors being like, you know what, we're not going to pay either, because we feel like, the big like, Warner Brothers and people casting and whoever should be paying these fees, not us.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. Hopefully things change. But casting.com did this thing where they were like, okay, well, we're going to make our site free for the next 6 months for actors. So come to us. So it's like a response to that. So yeah, you could check that out too.
And with Bodalgo,
Yes.
is it that is it better? Is it like the more recordings you have up there, the more likely you are to get
Uh,
invites?
I, yeah, I mean, I think, people are going to be looking through and considering the different, options, right? So, yeah, I definitely um, think that, having quality recordings is essential, but then, having variety on there is important
Mhm.
too. So, yeah.
Between my reels and a lot of the recordings I've done for auditions and just kind of for fun, just to have on my
Mm-hmm.
resume, I have quite a few that are high quality and good variety. Like I have one where I'm doing Kermit the Frog, Oscar the Grouch, and the Grinch all in one recording. So that would be a good one to put up there.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. So I definitely recommend building a profile on there, and diving into that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
I know
definitely.
we were also talking about, I'll also just add the casting.com in there in the chat too,
Okay.
just so you have
I'll
everything that we've
do
talked
that.
about. I know we were talking about social media management as well. Metricool is one that's like not just like temporarily free, but like forever free for a like very basic beginner plan. Um, so that was one that I thought we should consider, because It, so many are like, it's free. And then it's like, you try it for 6 weeks and then they're like, yeah, bye. you know?
Yeah.
It's like rude.
Yeah.
But with Metricool, it like actually is free. So
Okay.
that's where I'm like, okay. Temporarily, like it, other things are free, but Metricool is like forever free for that like smaller tier. So, yeah, I think that it definitely is worth looking at. So did you end up building your account? Like you can go build a free account pretty quickly. Like you can use Google to sign in or Facebook or, do it with an email. Um, and then you can like start a free account and then start managing your social media posts, and you can like, plan all of that, schedule it out.
Yeah, I was starting to, but then I wasn't sure about a lot of
Sure.
the terms and agreements. It seemed like it's a little bit invasive. Like, is it?
Yeah, yeah. So, one thing, I mean, anything that's gonna be free, like they're gonna basically use you for like research purposes, so everybody using it, they're kind of compiling data on like, what people need and what they're using it for, that kind of thing. So that is a good question. So even things like Discord, that like companies, use for their company chats or whatever, or like
Yeah,
or like video gamers use it a lot. It's free, but it's going to be something that's like, I mean, social media, all of that,
yeah,
anything that's free like that, they're, going to be analyzing data so that they can, you know, they can just like track trends and whatnot and have data. Um, so you were kind of feeling like you'd rather just manage it yourself, is what you were thinking?
yeah. And then at some point when I'm making more money, have get like a paid
Sure,
version, like
right.
a
Just
paid
so that
one.
you feel like you have more control over
Yeah,
what people know about you. Yeah, that's okay. That's totally fine. Yeah. And I mean, there are some options that are less expensive. Like Hootsuite is, I think, it's like the original, the OG. Um, so they're the first company that did it. But it's pretty expensive to use Hootsuite. It's like $30 a month or something. So, like 20 to 30 a month, which I feel like is pretty steep. So yeah, I feel like that makes sense though, that you're kind of like, I'll wait. So what I would recommend then is maybe pick like one platform that you want to build up a presence on. One cool thing about like Facebook and Instagram are linked. So like if you post always on Instagram, you can auto post to your Facebook also. So you can
yeah,
make like a business page on Facebook and then just have it always post there as well. Um, so that could be an option. But you could also look at things like LinkedIn or TikTok, or, I know you've been doing YouTube. So if
mhm,
you're like, I just want to really focus on YouTube, I think that's perfectly fine too. YouTube tends to like compensate creators
yeah,
pretty darn well. So I definitely think that it's a good one to focus on. Another great thing about YouTube is that it's accessible to everyone. So, like, as long as they have a device, they can watch your videos and listen to your
yeah.
stuff on YouTube.
Mhm.
Um, whereas, like, other platforms, people have to log in and be part of the platform and whatnot. Whereas YouTube is, available and open to everybody. And then, two, when you're auditioning for things, you can just send them a link rather than them having to download the whole file, which a lot of the time casting directors don't like that and might not do it.
Yeah, so what I've been doing is I've been posting on Instagram and sharing the story on Facebook from Instagram,
Yeah.
and then posting on YouTube. I'm sorry, posting on Instagram and then sharing the reel on Facebook. And
Okay.
then also I've been posting on YouTube and then sharing the YouTube link as a Facebook post. So like everything's kind of like connected in that
Mhm.
way. So people who see it on Facebook are clicking on the YouTube link, and then people who see my reels on Facebook are seeing it from Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that it kind of guides people to those other places, right?
And I feel like about once every couple of weeks, like I'll get a new follower on Instagram, uh, not so much on Facebook, and YouTube is staying
One thing
consistently.
I would recommend is inviting your Facebook friends to follow your page, um, because the more followers and likes you get, the more you're gonna like randomly pop
Yeah.
up. So invite the people that you already know and are friends with on Facebook to follow your voiceover page.
Okay.
I think they allow you to invite like 500 people a day. So if you have like 1,000 people that you're friends with on Facebook, you'd have to do it 2 separate days or something. But
Yeah.
um, because just the more engagement you get, the more you're going to pop up for other people. Also, are you using hashtags everywhere?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. So keep doing that because
Okay.
hashtags are helpful. And then another thing, you can also do stuff like, if you just take a picture of you like in your studio with your headphones and your mic or something, be like, in the studio today, hope y'all have a good one,
Oh
and you
yeah.
like put a photo and then you like put a song that's a popular song or something like with it, then that can sometimes draw people in the music.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Um,
like that idea.
yeah. So usually if you do a song that's around 50K reels that it's attached to, um, it's like still rising in popularity, but it's not like so oversaturated that no one will see your post. So usually aim for around 50K
50K. Okay.
reels that it's on, because it'll show you like how many it's been on. So the hashtags always, also try to do things that like engage people, like be like, you know, who's your favorite character from this show? Like, here's me just goofing off, trying character voices, and this is this character from the show.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character from the show? Like ask questions or try to engage people. Like, this week my goal is this. Does anybody else have goals for the week? Share them below.
Yeah. Another thing I started doing is I started sharing posts from other accounts, like voice actors that I follow and other
Mhm.
shows that I watch. Like
Yeah,
Karen Fukuhara posted a clip about the second season of
yeah,
Tomb Raider, things like
nice.
that.
Yeah, that's actually really smart. And then too, if you're really supportive of other voice actors, then you can actually kind of build relationships online where they are supportive of you and like your stuff and comment and are like, way to go, keep up the good work. And like you just kind of support each other, which can be kind of nice too. So if you ever, have projects where you meet people, like be sure to follow them and, like their stuff, be supportive, show
Yeah.
that support. And then, hopefully they're also going to be supportive of you. And again, the more engagement you get, the more traction you get. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think consistency and just like continuing to do it is so important because you'll have like, three things that's like nobody saw. And then you'll post one thing and you're like, I don't get it. Why did a ton of people see it? And it's like overnight, it's like 1,000 people have seen it. So it's like a weird thing. I don't always understand the algorithms and whatnot, but,
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, wow, okay, a lot of people saw that and liked it and whatnot. So it'll just surprise you. So I think consistency is really essential. Um, you know, and even if you've got like 5 followers or whatever, like there was a kid on YouTube who he had like 5 followers, 5, 6 followers, and he told them, he was like, okay, if I get up to 10 followers this week, I'm gonna go camping in the woods. It's gonna be below freezing weather, and I will live stream the whole thing. And he did, and it was
Oh wow.
like such a small audience, but he was so committed, and now he actually has a huge following, and he like goes out and camps and like teaches people about camping things and like live streams his camping experiences and like different things out in the woods. So he just like goes out camping and posts about it. But yeah, he started so small, and he was just very committed to that one small audience. Um, and you just never know. I have a student who he and his wife, they just started just for fun doing like a YouTube video each Like every time they watch a movie together, they make a little video about what they thought of the movie, little like reviews, and it's cute because they like so rarely actually agree. So like his wife thinks one thing and he thinks another, but they had like such low followers, and then it was like in 1 week he was like, "Wow, we just like tripled our followers. I don't know what happened, you know."
One of the voice actors from the Dragon Prince started following me.
Oh, fun!
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
See, yeah, I think it's just, I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like other actors are gonna be supportive of you too and like
yeah,
encouraging. Like, we all want everyone to do well, and I know some people are kind of downers and are like, it's so competitive, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, there are always people looking for more voice actors. And, you know, like the people who are truly in it are going to be so excited for you and happy for you if you're succeeding, you know? I feel like there is always plenty more work out there. Like there are always tons of auditions. And so, yeah, I feel like it's silly when people are just such downers. I'm like, okay, you need to get skills and you need to work on your, editing and recording skills and your
yeah,
voice acting skills. And, because sometimes I'll just like randomly go listen to other people too. And I'm just like, oh man, like, whew, I feel like if this person had like 3 lessons, they'd be so much better,
yeah,
and they're trying and they're doing the thing. And I do think the more you put yourself out there and the more you practice and do, you're going to get better. But
yeah,
sometimes I'm also like, oh, if they just like knew just, a few of the like basic principles, it would just level them up so much.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, you're doing the work and doing what you need to do. So I think you're doing great. So I'm curious. So you're trying to build up a following. That's great. So with auditioning, what have you been doing this week with like building up your clips and auditioning? Are you trying to create like new character voices?
I haven't had a chance to do any auditions this week. I did see on Facebook there was this post. I think it was in the Voice Acting Alliance group
Okay.
that I'm in. I'm not sure where I saw it, but it was for a Star Trek
Fun.
animated series, and they said to message them for information. So I did that. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
Okay. Is it
Um,
like a new media thing, or is it through a like a big studio like
I'm
Sony or
not
something?
sure. Let me see.
Yeah, you got to kind of wait until because some things are like, fan fiction kind of stuff that they put on YouTube series or like so I'm just curious um what it is.
It's called Star Trek Aurora.
Okay. I mean, if I feel like if they're using the official name, like they would
Yeah,
have to have gotten permission and everything.
yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. But
See
there
if
are people who do like fan fiction type stuff, and then YouTube kind of handles all the rights management and like awarding payment to the right people. So you see things like a Harry Potter musical, which is like a parody Harry Potter thing.
it says Aurora is an original animated production set in the Star Trek universe.
Okay, cool. Well, that's exciting. That's really fun.
Yeah,
So you're just waiting to hear back then?
yeah, but how to audition?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's always nice when they actually post all of that stuff in the post. When they don't,
Yeah.
I'm always like, why? Why did you not? But okay. So, but yeah, hopefully that pans out into something exciting. So, what sites are you submitting auditions on right now?
Right now, just voice 123.
Okay, so you're primarily focusing there. And then I'm curious, so are you just waiting to be invited to auditions to audition there, or are you like actively searching for auditions there?
I get invites every day. There's just a lot of days where I just don't have time. I work 10
Oh,
hour
sure.
days with my other
Yeah, and
part.
they close like they'll be like, "Oh, we're only taking 50 auditionees or whatever, so they'll
Yeah.
close the audition, you might miss it or they
A lot
limit
of,
it to a
yeah.
certain time window." Mhm.
And a lot of times, by the time I get home at like 6 p.m., I don't really have the energy to do much else after.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Um, yeah, so I just kind of wondered about that. And then what are all the sites that you were on at this point?
Voice 123 and ACX,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do this Bodalgo
Yeah.
site,
Yeah, I
and
think it would be a good one to be on. Yeah, because I think it'll, operate kind of similarly to Voice 123 when you're not paying for it. And since you're not auditioning like a ton right now anyway, paying for like the $500 a year for voices.com, if you're not doing all the auditions, like auditioning 20 times a day, it's like,
yeah, I
is
do
it
hope.
really worth it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to take a 6 month leave of absence from my job. They
Okay.
they allow that for people who've been there for 10 or more years, so I just have to
Okay.
figure out my how to be able to financially support myself through that time, but I'm getting close to being able to do that.
Yeah, like a little sabbatical, and you can focus
Yeah,
on building up your voice acting. Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So I'm
And
curious, are you wanting to focus more on like characters, commercial work, narration? Are you open to everything, or are you really wanting to lean into a particular genre more?
I'm mostly characters. I like narration and commercials, but primarily what my main goals are is to do cartoons and video games. And um I just had a thought, and it's where was that thought? Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. So I was thinking like my one of my goals, my big goals, like I have small goals and then I have big goals, but one of my biggest goals, so the Dragon Prince is getting a reboot as the Dragon King with all the
Okay.
characters grown up in their 30s.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. So my goal is to get a role on Dragon King. That is
Cool.
my big goal.
Nice. Love it. Okay. All right. So that's a new goal for you, and then you're waiting to hear back about this one too. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So then what would you say would be um like what would be most helpful from me today then? Do you have particular things that you want me to listen to and give feedback on? Um, what would you say is like today the most like important things for you?
Well, I could go over this one script that I got today for a
Okay.
video game called A Story of Questions.
Nice. Okay, absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Um, so I'm going to describe it, what it says here. It says, this is just a short excerpt from the full script for auditioning purposes. The audition is specifically for the role of John, so feel free to read some or all of his lines as you like. The full script contains 888 words for John. And then it's cut to inner office room day around 1970. A small windowless office. Metal filing cabinets line the walls, stuffed with bulging folders and yellowed paper. The air smells of dust, paper, and stale coffee. Through Amanda's eyes, mid 30s, 12 years at Revelatio Industries, we see a cluttered desk. A steaming mug sits beside a thick document she studies with quiet focus. Above the cabinets, a large red digital timer, currently dark. A surveillance camera watches from the corner. Beneath it, a wall speaker hums with a faint static. Suddenly, the sharp snap of a Polaroid camera. And then the dialogue is a conversation between Amanda and John.
Okay. All right. What kind of direction have they given you?
We know it's in the 70s.
Okay.
We know it's in an office building. It's sounds like it's evening time. Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't like say. Sometimes they'll give like, go listen to these clips, and we want it to sound similar to that, or they'll be like, yeah, like this character, here's all about them. So they didn't give you like specific directing notes. It's more just like, here's the script, and here's what's happening, and now just be creative, which is perfectly fine.
Oh, I just read some more and it says a neutral British or slightly transatlantic accent is
Okay.
preferred.
All right. So transatlantic is kind of like elevated American. It's like somebody who lives in New York and travels to Europe a lot. So if you think like, why am I blanking? If you think like Philadelphia Story, or um, uh, why am I drawing a blank? He's like one of the biggest actors ever. uh, So like Katherine Hepburn is who I was thinking. But like, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, you could think of. It's kind of like a halfway between American um, and British. Oh, I remembered Cary Grant.
Cary
For
Grant.
some reason, I kept thinking Jim Carrey, and I was like, that is so not it. Cary
Yeah.
Grant. Cary Grant, the way he talks. Or like if you think of like FDR or like Jackie
Yeah.
Kennedy. It was a way that people in the Northeast were taught to speak that way at that time. So like in private school and stuff, they would teach that. So it's kind of like a halfway between. So the R's are going to be softer. So like pock instead of park, pock.
Fuck.
Um, the T's are very, very crisp, so butter, butter, butter. Um, More rounded vowels. Um, Instead of just like tune, you'd say tune.
Tune.
The E, tune, or June. Um, so yeah, it's like a halfway between American to British is kind of the thought. So um, you could think of like a softened British accent.
Okay.
Could be that the idea for that.
And it says the sequence takes place around 1970. John never appears in the same room with Amanda. He communicates mostly through a wall speaker or walkie-talkie, creating a sense of distance and urgency. John is in his early 30s, has been with the company for 5 years, and is one of Amanda's closest friends. His voice should convey reassurance, calm, and professionalism in normal moments, but shift naturally to concern, panic, or desperation as the events grow more dangerous. Warmth and friendship toward Amanda should always come through, even when he is warning her or reacting to terrifying developments. John's lines cover a range of emotions from routine instructions to moments of panic, grief, and urgent warning.
Mm. Okay. Alrighty then. So they did give some more detailed direction there. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay, so great. So have you read through the script?
not yet.
All right, let's do that. So go ahead and take a silent read through.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So why don't we do our first just kind of stumble through. If you want, you can just read it in your regular voice, just kind of get the words in your mouth, just process it. So let's just do that initial read through.
Uh, no. Should I have? They are, but with recent spike in objectivity and some of them already wreaking havoc, somebody wants to recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay? Amanda, no, no, stop this. Fuck. Yes, I don't know. No, no, Amanda, I'm sorry. Amanda, are you in there? Are you okay? I'm glad you're alive. A file cabinet fell right in front of your door. Just give me a moment. Finally. Finally, come on. We need to leave and get rid of the damn glasses. Okay, that was the whole script of John.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, what is your first impression or like your first take here?
So it sounds like there's something bad happening. Do you want me to share the screen with you so you could see
Sure,
like
yeah.
the
That'd be
notes?
great. Yeah, let me make sure I've got that where you are able to have permission for all of that. All right, you should be able to do all the sharing now. Great.
This is the top.
Awesome. Yeah, so you were just specifically focusing on John's lines. Okay, so, all right. So, with this, what are your first instincts as far as what's going on here, your relationship with Amanda, um, how your character is feeling at this moment, what they want?
So Amanda's one of my best friends. We've worked together for 5 years in this company, and it sounds like the company is under attack. They hear gunshots, then there's an explosion. A file cabinet comes crashing down, and they're not in the same room. They're talking to each other over walkie-talkies.
Okay, great. And so with the whole like 70s, set in the 70s, is there anything that makes you think of that you want to do with the script?
I don't know. I can't think of anything specifically for the era that would make me want to do
Sure.
something for this script. Do you
Yeah,
have
that's
any
okay.
suggestions?
Yeah, I just wondered, if there are certain movies or actors or like things that you can relate to that kind of give you a certain vibe, um, like 70s energy, or if you're like, I don't really know that really changes the way I want to approach this. So, yeah, that was more of
Yeah,
just a
I'm not
question.
sure. I can't really
Yeah.
think of any 70s movies right now that are kind of related to this.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Okay, so then all right. So, do you want to try practicing it with that transatlantic kind of sound? Like, if you can think of like Cary Grant or something, can you try to, or like Katharine Hepburn, can you
Yeah,
try to channel some of that kind of dialect?
I think so. I recently watched a Cary Grant movie just a few months ago, so I still have that in my memory banks a little bit. Okay. No, should I have? They are, but with the recent spike in object activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
Okay. All right. So, what did you think of that so far?
I think I didn't hear myself recorded, so I'm not sure. Like I think it
Hmm.
sounded like kind of like what he would sound like if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay. Yeah.
What did you think? Did it
Great.
sound okay?
Yeah, yeah. So when you think of Cary Grant, what are, if you were going to describe his voice for someone, what are the things that stand out to you and that you really think of and that you want to bring out?
He's a strong vocalist.
Hmm.
He's kind of a tough guy.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's got a way of like kind of
Lots
making
of rom-coms, right?
yeah, lots of rom-coms. Yeah, the movie that I watched was a rom-com. It was what was it called? Charade from 1960.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if you kind of put him in the shoes of this character, if he was playing this character, um, what do you feel like would be his take on it? How do you kind of imagine him? Like, what do you feel like he would bring to the table?
A sense of urgency when it
Okay.
comes to this situation.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, when I think about him in movies, there is a sense of urgency. Like there's always an energy, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything is there for a reason. Nothing like, Napoleon Dynamite where it's just like nothing's happening, right? Like everything is purposeful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah. So do you feel like as a character um Cary Grant works, or do
Yeah.
you feel like so you feel like it fits? Because you could just be like, okay, I'm going to try to emulate his accent, but not have him be like a character inspiration as much.
Yeah, I can see him
um
being in this.
yeah. So then let's go ahead and try those lines again, and I want you to just think like the kind of like high energy in every single thing you say is really purposeful and really go after what you want from this other character. Yeah?
Okay. No. Should I have? They are, but with the recent spike in object activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
Nice. Good. What do you think of that?
Good. I think it's feeling natural.
Yeah. Nice. I feel like because they had said specifically that they'd be open to a British as well, I feel like I would probably I feel like I would probably do like lean a little bit more into the like closer to a British. Yeah.
Okay,
Can we try a little bit more British this time?
sure. No, should I have? Thought I had it. They are, but with the recent spike in object activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects, and since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay? I feel like that was kind of more Boston sounding than British.
That's okay. That's all right. So why did it sound more Boston than British to you?
I think the way I was thinking of the words was like my mother-in-law's boyfriend when he's from Boston. He says, I can't,"
Hmm.
and he almost sounds British.
Yes. Yeah. So a little more crisp on the T's, those taller, rounded vowels. Yeah. And you're right. In Boston, they have those like if you think of the old Parent Trap with
Oh, Haley
Haley
Mills.
Mills, yeah. Yeah, like can't, shan't,
Yeah.
aunt. She's teaching her how to talk like her. They do have those more rounded ah sounds, right? So yeah, it could just be more of that. I would say the R's can be softened even more.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try that again.
No, should I have? They are, but with the recent spike in object activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
Good, yeah. So let's slow down one time and try like you are. So think of replacing the R's. If there's an R at the beginning of a word or the beginning of a syllable, we do pronounce that like reindeer. We would do the rain, but then on dia, it would be more dia instead of deer.
Okay.
Reindeer. So that's a good example of like rainbow, you would do the R. But if I have barn, bon, you do like ba-un instead. So kind of replacing the R's at the ends of syllables or the ends of words with an sound instead. Can we try that?
Sure.
Great.
No, should I have? They are, but with recent spike in abject activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
Good. Yeah. And then let's focus on those taller, more rounded vowels. Did you talk to Jenny today? So a little bit more round all the time. American English is more wide and spread, and we're going to think very tall and rounded shapes.
No, should I have? They are, but with the recent spike in object activity and some of them already wreaking havoc, security wants a recheck of all F objects. And since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
Nice. Yeah, that definitely sounded more like it to me. Yeah. How'd that feel for you?
A little bit harder, but I think if I
Yeah.
practice more, it'll become more natural.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think you'll have a better chance of booking it if you lean a little bit more into that.
Okay.
So yeah. Nice. Yeah, a tall, rounded shape. So good. So then, as far as the scene, the character, the energy, the action of this scene, how are you feeling about that now?
I think pretty good. I think I would just
Yeah.
need to practice it a few times before
Mhm.
recording it, and then
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So what would you say? Let's go through one more time and really lean into the key important words that you want to bring out. Yeah?
okay. No, should I have? They are, but with recent spike in object activity, there are some already wreaking havoc. Security wants a recheck of all F objects, and since you are wearing them already, I got basically nothing. Did you talk to Jenny today? And what? God, are you okay?
All right, good. So how'd you like that?
I liked it. I think
Good,
just
excellent. Yeah. So I agree. I think it needs a little bit of practice, a little bit of polishing, but I definitely think it's going to be really fun. And I think, as long as you have fun with it and really enjoy recording it, then they're going to really enjoy hearing it too. So, yeah. Awesome. Good. So keep practicing that. Get that recorded and sent in. If you want, after you get that recorded, you can send it to me as well. I'd love to hear it
okay.
when you get that all polished up and sent. All right.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, great to see you today. I'm glad your
You
internet
too.
is fixed
Yes,
now,
me too. It's
and
perfect.
I will see you soon. Okay.
All right.
Keep up the
Sounds
good
good.
work. All
Thank you.
right. Bye, Robert.